In today's world, we have the opportunity to embark on journeys that were not too long ago unthinkable. The opportunities to explore the world are so vastly different and certainly more than even just a generation or two ago. As modern transportations has placed us within a day or two of most of the world's destinations, we stand at a moment in the history where travel has remarkable a privilege, one that we sometimes take for granted. Still, while there is freedom and easy accessibility to travel places across the planet, there are some places that are still unexplored and covered in mysteries. They are forbidden and are not for public viewing. Let's look at 9 such places. Number 1. Ice Grand Shrine, Japan. Considered as Japan's most sacred Shinto shrine, Ice Grand dates back to the 3rd century. It is the spiritual home of the Japanese people and its national religion Shinto, and such receive heavy influx of pilgrimage and tourists every year. Ice Grand Shinto, also known as Ice Jingu, is a complex of over 125 shrines located in Ice City. The grand and marvel place of worship is centered around the main shrine of Naiku and Jiku. The main shrine buildings are located stunningly at the foot of densely wooded hills, which makes it one of the beautiful architectural sites in Japan. But not everyone can enter the most secret block. You can only see part of the main shrine's buildings, as they are almost completely hidden from view behind wooden fences. The inner sanctum can only be entered by members of the imperial family and a few select shrine priests. It is such a holy site that the head priest or priestess must come from the imperial family. You are also not allowed to take pictures of the main shrine buildings. This only adds to the mystery and mystique of the place. Doomsday Vault, Norway. If you did not know that something like a Doomsday Vault existed, you should definitely remember this one because it's related to our future. The Doomsday Vault is a seed bank located in the middle of the Arctic Svalbard archipelago in Norway. This is a protected vault that conserves a diversity of plant seeds. It is an effort to keep safe the seeds in an event of an apocalypse or worldwide emergency. From every little corner all around the world, big boxes of seeds are delivered to the Doomsday Vault for storing them long term. It is essentially a huge safety deposit box holding the world's largest collections of agricultural biodiversity. The vault is not open to any public, but it allows entry to special guests only on certain days. Opened in 2008, the vault was built to last about 200 years and it can withstand explosions and earthquakes. Its location was well throughout, as it is set at the side of a mountain. It will still be above sea level even if all ice on the planet melts. Number 3. North Sentinel's Island, India. North Sentinel's Island is located in Andaman and is one of the most forbidden places on the planet. Its indigenous population, known as the Sentinels, reject any contact with the outside world and remains one of the few peoples that remain untouched by our civilization. The people inhabiting the island often get violent to safeguard their isolation. The Sentinels tribe have lived on the island for over 50,000 years under the protections of Indian government. In 2004, when researchers were assessing the damage after Indian Ocean tsunami, their helicopters were attacked by sentinels for approaching the island. None of them were hurt, of course, but this example shows how preciously the island's populations is protecting their territory. Number 4. Lascaux Caves, France. The Lascaux Cave in France is regarded as one of the important archaeological sites in the world. It is being said that the cave holds prehistoric paintings that date way back to at least 17,300 years ago. The set of Paleolithic paintings that seem hunting striking hangs over the wall. These paintings have animals such as cattle, stags, bison, and much more on it. Unfortunately, the cave is sealed to the common public following 1963 because archaeologists concluded that human proximity might ruin the ancient work of art. Number 5. Bhangarh Fort, India. The one majestic fort located in Rajasthan lies in the ruins, having played host to a splendid kingdom. It is now regarded as the most haunted fort in India. The fort was built by the ruler Ambar Kachua for his younger son in 1573. Bhangarh Fort is the only legally recognized haunted place in India according to the Times of India, and a government permit is required to be able to enter before dawn or after sundown. Number 6. Tomb of Qin Shi Huang, China. The tomb of Chinese first emperor and the founder of the Qin dynasty, Qin Shi Huang, is one of the most inaccessible in the world. The builders of the tomb created a complicated network of caverns filled with things that the emperor would need in the afterlife. To give respect to the old site, the Chinese government decided to ban any excavations of the tomb of Qin Shi Huang. Hence, it is one of the most forbidden places in the world to hold respect for the late king. Number 7. Poveglia, Italy. Poveglia is a small island located between Venice and Lido. The place is often called unlucky for many reasons, not more so than the fact that it used to be plague quarantine stations and hosted more than 160,000 infected people who were living out their last days there. According to some reports, 50% of the island's soil consist of human remains. And if the tragedy was not enough, the island later became home to a mental hospital that had a very sinister reputation. After some time, it was closed, and now Poveglia is strictly forbidden to enter for anyone. Fort Knox, USA. Located in Kentucky, Fort Knox is home to the bigger half of the gold reserves in the United States. It is frequently referred to as the most heavily guarded place in the world. It has quite a few security measures that can blow anyone's mind. The most interesting thing is that even none of the staff members can have an access to the vault. To gain access to it, they need to know several combinations, but each staff member knows only one of them, so they can only enter the vault with the help of their colleagues. Besides, since the building is made of concrete-lined granite and reinforced by steel, it can withstand any attack from the outside world. Number 9. Ilha da Queimada, Grande, Brazil. Ilha da Queimada, or Snake Island, is infamous for homing thousands and thousands of snakes. The island is also thought to host one of the most venomous snakes in the world, golden lancet viper. Its poison is said to be so deadly that it can melt the human blood with a single bite. Locals claim that there are 5 snakes per mile on this island. The island is out of bounds for the visitors, and the Brazilian government has strict rules enforced to keep it that way. Researchers who knows how to deal with snakes can only enter under the condition that they have a doctor in their team.